Hello, it's Simon, and I'm just thrilled that you guys have asked to talk about my very favorite subject, me. As I said, Simon Doherty. These days I live in Houston. If you notice that I don't have a Texas accent, then you are a cunning linguist. But you might not know that I'm from England. So about me, like everybody else and their parents in the 60s, my parents picked me up and moved to Africa, Zambia, to be exact, Lusaka, where my father was a professor, so lots of images of, elephants and other wonderful things, and we continued to move around the world to advance the career of my parents. My father is a insurance and risk management professor. My mother is started as a nurse, but became a dean as well of community health. And so our discussions at home were always over, we need to save the world, but how do we pay for it? And I got this very, I suppose, balanced background of needs, wants, and then constructive goals. So we moved to Canada when I was 10 years old, and one of my great friends had a brother at the university, and he showed us how to enter codes into the punch cards to make dragon printouts. And this was a fantastic thing for a 10-year-old. And then we moved to Illinois, and I spent my high school there. Big change from Canada, but I listened when I first entered high school. That's when I moved there, and they told me that I had the opportunity to take an extra class, start an hour early or stay an hour late. And then I'd be able to finish. And so I did that and a summer school one year, and that allowed me to graduate about 90 days after I turned 16. And then I worked a little bit to save a few dollars, and, still just 17, went off to Colorado State University to do my degree, and then returned to Pennsylvania, and fortunate enough to get a job in the Wharton School marketing department. And it was mainly based on the fact that I still enjoyed playing with computers while I was in university, and marketing was amazing because it provided me with the opportunity to see why and how businesses make decisions based on data. And I had to support that in the marketing analysis. When I joined SAP, I never had SAP experience. I didn't know ABAP or any of these bits and pieces. What I was able to do was talk to the users, the business owners, the folks responsible, understand their goals, and then implement. In many ways, I suppose it was that university experience of open source, cheap, gotta get it done today that allowed me to be incredibly successful very, very quickly at SAP. It was a changing time. I'd gone to CRM boot camp. They had released IPC. It was Java, not something that your traditional SAP technical folks understand. I went to IGT, the gaming group in Reno, and in just a few weeks was able to solve other problems, get their performance up. And so a few weeks later, this is brand new SAP basis guy, junior guy, got the lead role at HP and spent the next 2 years implementing a massive internet sales solution. Did it twice, 3 times for HP, went to Adobe, went to Microsoft. And each time it was still the conversation, with the business owners and understanding the goals that allowed me to implement a solution that worked. My time at HP taught me a completely different lesson, and that is as of customer. So it was no longer just an SAP process. It was an end-to-end ownership of data, compliance, archiving, It changed my perspective in many ways, allowed me to move forward and take the next step for NetApp and start talking in a full business process to understand what it is that customer needs. And again, it hasn't changed. I still want to talk to the business owners who own and drive their requirements and pay the bills.